Field in Detroit. It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Hooker.
Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Second and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he'll rumble for about 5 or close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Hooker.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Hooker. That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Throwing. Hooker.
Flushed it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Third and 20. Hooker's going to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Bates' kick is good.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third down and 1.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Off the play fake. Daniels.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's second and 10. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Third and 3. To the air goes Daniels.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
On 4th down, here's Daniels.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Another 2 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First down, Washington.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. That stop made by Jack Campbell. 2nd and 9. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooker.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Hooker. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they're currently trailed by. I think that's a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half. And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They go play action. Daniels.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Now a 3rd and 6. Daniels looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Up to the 20.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing on second down. Hooker flush to his right.
That is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun. Hooker.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A give right side for Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Hooker. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions had 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. They juked him. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Commanders 14.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here.
Well, I think Washington got it. Yes, they did.
So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hooker now off play action.
And a throw right sideline is complete. finds the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
Flushed out right.
That's complete to Laporta.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, McGee. Ooh, with a juke. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hooker buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hooker.
And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Pushes him over. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown!
Terry McLaurin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 1st down. Hooker to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing here is Hooker.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, just a gigantic play here. Both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Rolling to his right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Hooker. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
At the Commanders' 47-yard line.
Here's Hooker. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone.
been on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie.